Hello everyone. Me and my team decided to talk about the social problem, racism. Racism is a social problem that began many decades ago, but the exact year or date in which this problematic started was never stated because at that time, society in general didn't see it as a crucial problem. Until 1960, racism was recognized as a social problem and caused a lot of controversy since then.
Now, why is racism a problem? Racism is a problem since at first it was only a way of thinking, but with the passage of time it became concerning, since it cost several people their lives. And it is still a reason why many people do not have job opportunities, privilege, suffer from depression, and live with insecurities due to their skin color, descendancy, ethnicity, etc. And this becomes more worrying since fear is being used as a pretext to continue this type of ideology and treatment.
How is racism manifested locally? In Mexico, indigenous people, Afro-descendants, and dark-skinned mestizo people have historically been victims of racism, while people identified as light-skinned mestizos or whites of European descent have been socially privileged. How is racism manifested globally? Around the world, racism has been experienced by dark-skinned people, those from culturally diverse backgrounds, migrants, Asians, Aboriginal Australians, etc. Over the years, the racist behaviors against these groups of people have been learned and have been increasing, managing to mistreat them physically and emotionally. The image shown represents a clear example of how racism occurred during the 1990s and the 2000s in South Africa, which only allowed light-skinned people to pass to the beach.
First, we are going to talk about racism at a global view. Since this problem can be seen all over the world and over the years, it has been increasing drastically, causing a lot of social trouble. Which is why we are going to mention some professionals that are involved in solving the problem.
These are two organizations that are professionally involved in this problem worldwide. The first one is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, also known as the NAACP. This was founded in 1909 to respond against ongoing violence against black people, and it is one of the largest civil rights organizations in the nation that counts with 2 million activists. The second one is the Color of Change, an online racial justice organization with the purpose to help black people to knock down walls that would normally hold them back. Founded after Hurricane Katrina, after the realization that it was needed because there were enough to protect and assist in the black community.
I'm going to talk about the problems that have emerged due to racism on a global level. Racism is pervasive, which means that it can spread easily through people, much like rumors, and therefore it spreads throughout the community. It's known to arise from learned attitudes and behaviors from the people that surround us, which makes us believe that those assumptions are true. This causes negative psychological, social, educational, and economic impacts, and they contribute to mental health issues in our community. Some psychologists are concerned about the involvement racism has in public responses toward current issues such as terrorism and incarceration rates.
Now, we will talk about racism in a local view. Since we already mentioned that racism is a problem that can be seen all over the world,
The Institute on Race, Equality, and Human Rights is a Mexican organization that works against discrimination and makes it their mission to ensure equality between genders, people with different skin colors, and beliefs.
Problems that have emerged due to racism in our local environment. Racism in Mexico has caused many forms of discrimination which are still present in our society today. The problem has become so serious that there has been a need to create an exhibition about this to demonstrate to other people the importance of this problem and its perspectives. In Mexico, problems have emerged from differences in access to basic rights, such as quality education, to lack of job opportunities or better positions in some companies.
Codes of ethics. First, respect for the dignity, worth, equality, diversity, and privacy of all people. Second, accountability, taking responsibility of each one's actions. Third, choose your words correctly. Fourth and last, transform differences into strengths.
These are some initiatives to solve the problem. The first one is to understand your privilege. The second one is to change the colorblind ideology. The third one is to expand opportunities for people of color. The fourth one is to examine your own bias. And lastly, give importance to others' experience.
Consequences that arise due to racism on a personal level. Racism can give rise to many problems to many people around the world. Some of the victims of racism in a community may experience unequal opportunities and fewer benefits and resources available to them. These factors may affect their personal lives, professions, and cause some people to feel unhappy with themselves.
As a group, we decided that a solution can be that whenever we hear a racist joke or comment, we should immediately report it or intervene so that they learn the consequences of such comments. Also, we can participate in programs against this problem and spread the word to those around us and not keep ourselves in ignorance.
And always remember, we don't fight racism with racism.
Because the only way to fight racism
It's only with solidarity.